Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the weekly watch list preview. I don't know if I'd say it's bad news, but we're kind of slim pickings this week. A lot of the charts, the weekly charts, look like. Let me find something. This would be one here. Um, the only way you're going to get a reversal on this is way up here, and I just don't see that big of a move. Not saying it won't happen, but we're way down here. We're way closer to taking out the bottom. We got a long ways to go to take out the top. Uh, and actually, I guess it would be a reversal on a smaller time frame, being an outside candle. A lot of charts look like that. A lot of outside candles. Um, I know some people like trading outside candles. You can look for a continuation down. I don't like trading them. I like looking for reversals. And on the theory is that there's momentum going to the downside when you have an outside down candle. So there's momentum, but that's a momentum trade. It's not a reversal trade. And I prefer reversal trades. But if you don't mind these trades, you can take these to the downside. Um, it's just not what I'm looking for. Um, here's another one. Nvidia on the weekly. It's already a 2 down. To go 2 up reversal is going to take a $30+ move. I'm not saying it won't happen because obviously it happened to get down there. It went down, dropped $30 in 1 week, so it can obviously go back up $30 in 1 week. But until it gets close to this, I'm not interested. And like I said, I'm not saying it won't do it this week, but I'm not gonna put it on my watch list. I'll keep an eye on it. If it does, then I'll look to jump in. But it's just not something I'd put on my watch list because it's not likely to happen. I'd rather put better quality stuff on my watch list. So that being said, here is my watch list, and it's pretty slim. I didn't find anything with an inside candle that looked appealing. The only inside candles I found, if we go to, where's down here, inside bar on a weekly, and you can see here's my script for it, pretty simple, and I scan. There's a lot of names in here that I don't trade. I don't trade any of this stuff. I think there might have been one in here, JKS. I've traded that before. I think that's the only one in here that I've ever traded before. And even that one, when I pull it up on the chart, if you take a look at it, it's an inside, inside down, but it's kind of it right in between the previous candle. That's what this yellow line indicates. It indicates the center line of the previous candle. So it closed pretty much right at the center line of the previous candle. But if you look at the year, it's inside last year, inside this year. Well, obviously this year it's only 1 week in, but inside last year, last quarter. I wouldn't call it a doji, but it didn't. Well, I don't want to say it didn't do much. Can't say it didn't do much, but nobody really won that battle. On the monthly, we're 2 down that kind of tried to push back up towards the end. So this one's kind of in no man's land. Which way is it going to go? We don't know. Now we could alert it for either direction, but then again, is this really that appealing of a chart that we'd want to put our money into this? We're stuck in this range here, and it's a pretty big range. I'm not saying it's not a tradable range. It's $27 range, but just kind of chop city. Now it may come back up, and you may want to trade the channel. If it breaks the high, look for it to come up here and test this high, and just trade that channel. I'm not saying that can't be done, but again, it's just not. It's not something I usually trade. So let's go back to target. take a look at target on the year. Last year was pretty good year. Towards the end of the year, it started to fade, but it was a really good year aside from that. Obviously, we're inside on the year so far. Quarter, kind of a doji-ish candle on the quarter. This quarter hasn't done anything, but it's only a weekend. On the month, you see we had a 2 up red followed by a 2 down red. It's almost a hammer candle. So it may be looking to try to bounce. But until it breaks that high on the month right here, I'm not interested in trading this to the upside on the monthly. Now on the weekly, you see we had what I'm looking for here. This scan is, if you take a look, this scan, and I scanned inside candles. I scanned the Rev Strats, the 1-2, potential to the other direction. I scanned for those, didn't see anything too appealing there. I scanned for 2 down with the green close, didn't really see anything. The only thing that really showed anything was 2 up with the red close. And what the 2 up with the red close is a potential to pull back to the downside and be a 2-2 reversal. So this one doesn't look fantastic, but it's one of the better looking ones of all the charts that I've looked at. So if we get a break below this 2, that'll make a 2-2 reversal. It'll be a 2-2-2 to the downside. And we need to break 222.74 to trigger that. And then we come down to the daily for our targets. We have a target here. It's target here. The first target is at 220.86. The second target is at 218.29. The third target is at 217. The fourth target is 216.48. Final target is 214.60. So even if we hit that first target, that's a $2 move. That's a pretty nice move. But ultimately the target's down here, but be prepared to get out before that if you need to. So that's target. Target's on target. I didn't even realize I said that. DIA, Dow Jones Diamonds. Take a look at the year. Had a really good year last year. Obviously, we're 2 up on the year already, 1 week in, but it's starting to pull back down. I shouldn't say it's starting to pull back down. It broke the highs and just kind of sat there. It's kind of a stretch to say it pulled back down. If you take a look at the quarter, kind of the same thing. We broke the highs, but again, the year and the quarter are coupled, so they're going to kind of look the same. Same with the month. The month is still coupled. We broke the highs, started to come back down a little bit. If you take a look at the week, on the week we had a shooter. So looking for a 2-2 reversal on the week. We came up, hit the top of the broadening formation. We're looking for a break below 361.13. And we come down. And our ultimate target here is the low of this candle. That's the ultimate target, is 359.70. So $1.50 move. But we could keep going down. We'll have to see how it works out. Come down to the daily for targets. Target 1, 359.70. Target 2 is 358.16. There's a gap here to fill on the daily chart. To fill that gap would be 357.56. And I think we'd at least test that gap. If we trigger, I think we at least fill this gap. Next target's going to be 354.17. Next target, there's another gap. 351.51 breaks into the gap, and to fill that gap is 349.64. So that's what I'm looking for on Dow Jones Diamonds. I've never traded it, so I don't know how the spreads are. I imagine they're probably pretty good spreads. I would think it's probably pretty liquid. And Dick's Sporting Goods. Kind of the same as Target. It might be, maybe that's a retail thing. It was a really good year, and it started fading at the end of the year. On the quarter, if you haven't noticed, all three of these on this watch list is looking for a move to the downside. Not saying we're going to move to the downside. Maybe we do bounce back up Monday and start running back to the upside, or Tuesday, or whatever day. On the quarter, we were inside, kind of a spinning top last quarter. Current quarter just started, so don't have much to go on that. On the month, we had a hammer candle in December, 2 down with the hammer, which is a nice bullish, potentially bullish signal. This month so far, we're inside, but we're pulling back again. And if you take a look at the weekly, we had a nice big green candle the final week of 2021, and then we went 2 up last week, and then we faded, kind of like a lot of stuff did this past week. So to get a reversal, we need a break to the downside. So we're looking for a trigger below 106.40. Ultimate target would be the low of this candle, which would be 102.90. So let's take a look at the daily to find some targets. So first target's going to be right here at that 102.90. So nice $3.50 move to the first target. Second target's going to be 102.12. And then the third target's going to be down here at 99.28. So that's my watch list for this week. Sorry it couldn't be more exciting, but when you have big moves like we had last week, it creates big candles, which means that you need a lot of movement to reverse anything. And when that happens, when you're a reversal trader, it kind of it makes it tough. So on a weekly anyway, now you can look for stuff on a daily chart. You can take a look at the daily chart and scan for daily insight on a day. And I'm not going to do video on that you can do that yourself. There's 226 inside. Whoops, that's not inside. Yeah, it is. 226 inside bars on a daily. Iwm, Uber, Facebook, PayPal, AFRM, Mondelez, XOP, Myrna, IBM, Royal Caribbean, eBay. There's a lot of stuff. Dash, Carvana, Etsy, Eli Lilly. A lot of stuff here on the daily chart that you could trade. So if you don't like anything that's on a weekly chart, just run that same scan on a daily chart. Take a look. Example. Let's take a look at PayPal. Look at PayPal on the daily. This is kind of ugly here. So I don't like this. So I probably wouldn't put this on my watch list if I was doing a daily watch list. But I'd probably be looking for a break below the low of this candle. Target would be here, but I don't really like that one. Let's see, IWM, Uber, and eBay. IWM, Uber, eBay. We'll take a look at those three. IWM, I like this one. It's not a big magnitude here, but if it triggers and can break below this, I'd probably wait for a break below this to get in. I wouldn't get in on this trigger. I'd probably wait for this one. It's only 11-cent difference. So I'd wait for this one to trigger and then look for your first target probably down here. IWM, eBay, I forget what the third one was. eBay, this one looks good. This huge green candle here, look for a break below this inside candle with your target being way down here. Now you can come down to maybe the 4 hour, maybe the 2, look for some targets there. The daily, the trigger would be 66.28, is that right? Yeah, 66.28. Look at the 4 hour. So right here is your trigger, break below this. On a 4 hour, your target's still way down here. 2 hour, your target's, you have a target here, but after that, you're way down here again. 60 minute. Same thing. Break below here, first target's here, second target's here. So you can find stuff on a daily chart. I just, I don't want to do a video on, where do you stop? You do a 60 minute, you do a daily, a weekly, a monthly. I did 7 videos last week, so you can do your own scans. Again, here's my scan for the inside candle. High is less than the high 1, and low is greater than low 1. That's it. That's all you do. Set it for a day or whatever you want. Hit OK. Come up here. Change just to whatever time frame you want. Save it. So that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and good luck this week, and see you guys later. Bye.